Thompson. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing today, Miss Crawford?
I'm fine, thank you. I called you in today because I was looking over your corrective instruction action plan, and I noticed that you had some really great ideas and strategies that you're implementing with your advanced students. However, I noticed that with your struggling students, you're only focusing on behavior strategies and for them to practice on prerequisite skills. What is your rationale for those strategies that you're implementing for those low-performing students?
I just want everybody to be successful. Like, I just want, however that is, or however you would define success, I define success as like A's, 90s, 100%. So I want everybody to be successful, and I feel like a lot of times we like set our struggling students up, and we don't really support them or help. And I know that we said we want efficacies. That's like one of our goals, and I'm really trying to help these students see like, oh, I can do this, and I can get a good grade on this, and build up their self-esteem and all of those things. So I think, I've been trying to create lesson plans and objectives and activities and assessments that all kind of work on building the student up and helping the student reach his highest potential, or his or her highest potential.
Okay, well, I admire the fact that you want to see your students become successful. However, we don't want to lower our expectations just to see them meet some form of success. Our team goal is to ensure that all of our students are provided the opportunity, equal opportunity to achieve high levels. So how do you think that those implementations of those strategies that's impacting our culture of student efficacy while pushing them to achieve those high levels at their highest potential?
I think they're doing good. I just gave an assessment last week, or two of them. I gave one in addition and one in subtraction. They both got 90%. Like the class average for my sixth graders was 90%. So like, to me, in my definition of success, that's success. So I think, they did good, and I kind of feel bad for them. I know I'm supposed to be probably like in multiplication and division, but we took a practice test, a time test, and they got like 2 out of like 50. So I wanted to really make sure that they were successful and happy and felt like they could do it. And, I just tried to really promote it and make it the best that I could. But at the end of the day, I just kind of feel bad for these kids. I don't want to keep pushing them. I feel like a lot of teachers have been pushing them, and they don't really know anything.
Okay, so can you elaborate more on why you are just focusing on addition instead of the 6th grade curriculum standards?
I just thought, like, because of how they did on the multiplication test and how they did on the division test, they just were failing. So I needed to create an opportunity for them to be successful. So like that addition test and that math test was like all A's pretty much, 90% of the class got that, passed. So I just thought that that's, that was the best thing. I've tried heterogeneous groups, but the struggling kids, they get distracted and, they start becoming behavior problems. I start to lose the class, and I don't really know what to do. I'm lost.
Okay, well, you have the right idea as far as meeting the students where they are, but we want to not forget about, we want to meet them where they are, and our goal is to take that and to push them to where they need to be as far as the 6th grade standards. So what we need to do is to take a look at your corrective instruction action plan, because we want to come up with a plan basically to improve student efficacy in your classroom. And with that, we want to provide the struggling students the same opportunity as what you're providing those advanced students. And by doing so, I think that maybe instead of heterogeneous grouping, you can do mixed ability group, where you can pair them up with students that's doing much better in those skills that they're going to be assessed in, so they can have peer tutoring. You can also do some one-on-one instruction with those students. And in addition to that, provide more manipulatives and graphic organizers to help organize their thinking. Use that strength that they have as far as addition, use that and build upon that to get them.
I think all of that will help, actually. I'm just still kind of confused. So, like, would you mind coming in to help me out if I need some help? I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I'm listening to what you're saying. I really want to make sure that I'm doing it right, and that I'm challenging these students, and I'm meeting them at that level, and I'm meeting them where they are, and pushing them to the next
Sure,
level.
sure. In addition to that, I